Hey y'all, we are back. Let me move myself over that way. There we go. So this is technically 14 pages, and then his exhibits are 2 different exhibits with 24 pages apiece. So this document is going to cost me $6.20. So
is it worth it? If you go
yes.
to I just read some of it. I just went through it, and I think I just had a brain aneurysm.
Well, as far as like paying for the documents, yeah, it's worth it because then I never have to say that I'm relying on somebody else for something. Because that's just my 2020.
Hi, Cynthia. Hi, everybody.
4-9. Welcome back. For those of you who weren't joining us, we were live reading the air traffic or the NTSB's preliminary report on flight 5342, the CRJ that crashed in the Potomac.
Yeah.
But then someone so kindly informed me that this document was out, document 130. So we are going to read it. So I redirected to myself for the first time, like ever. It was kind of weird. I must say. It's very kind of weird. But here we are. I'm just saving it so that I don't have to pay for it again. Because Pacer bill is in from last quarter, $189.60. So luckily, we have people that are very, very supportive of this channel that helped, really helped. But yeah, we gonna read this. Let's try not to lose brain cells. Let me.
Can I go and get some elastic bands to put around my head to squeeze?
Please don't. You can get some. Hey, Chris, thank you for the 5 pounds, right? 5 pounds. My feet towards Pacer. Like, oh, long time no see. Oh my goodness. Here we go. And where were most of you for the last hour and a half? Come on, people. It was watching my head explode, reading reports of things that don't make any sense to me. The aviation stuff makes sense to me, but what's in that NTSB report leaves me with more questions than answers.
Yeah.
But we will get back to that.
And just for the record, when you when you read this motion that fucking numbnuts put in, please make sure that all animals and children are within 5,000 meters away from your screen, because when you read this, you're definitely going to have a brain fart or you're going to poo yourself laughing, because it's a copy and paste again.
$10. Patrick, thank you for the $10 super chat. This just in: BBB has used the blue bucket. Anonymous sources have stated the plot can be heard in Massachusetts. More details incoming. Please stand by. All right.
Someone needs to give Bubbles a tissue so every time he takes his face for his shit, he can wipe his mouth. Sorry.
All right.
I need a drink. Where's my Dr. Pepper? Sorry.
I'm gonna mute you. All right, let's read this. Yeah. All right. Response to show cause order. Still doesn't put Gainesville Division because he's what he is. He's what he is. And oh my goodness. And Rick Friend, thank you for the $5 super chat. It's the same old filing. All right. Response to show cause order, document 128. The undersigned hereby responds to the court's order, document 128, to show cause as to why the court should not exercise its inherent authority and sanction him for failing to appear. Oh my God. There is no question that the court should sanction the undersigned for not appearing April 3rd. Oh, okay. I'm not going to, this is not going to last, I'm sure, but that is like one smidgen of accountability. But who does he blame? The undersigned's reasons for not appearing on April 3rd are not an excuse for disobeying the court's order, but were his explanation for not being able to leave his family and practice. The trip itself would have been financially crippling for the undersigned. Talk to the people who raise money for you all the time. Sorry, I'm inserting my own accounts, and I'm just... Oh, D, you are a pain management doctor. I hope you got some actual pain management answers. And thank you for the super sticker. I appreciate it. All right. All right. The trip has been financially crippling for the undersigned by taking him away for the second time in this case, even though you live in Massachusetts and you took a case in Florida. Ugh. Sorry, that already makes my head...
Told you.
Good thing these are foam tiles, so I can turn around and beat my head on the wall without hurting it too bad. Yeah. From his law practice for several days, and it would have left his family at a time when he was needed by them. He also feared for his safety. Oh, fucking shit. With the plaintiff and a number of other YouTube channels sensationalizing the April 3rd hearing. No, we're sensationalizing the fact that we think you're stupid and it's fun to watch.
That's an understatement.
Like... Footnote 1, and some of his zealous followers vowing to attend in person, because guess what? Our court systems are open to the public because, accountability and shit and transparency. And since federal courts are not filmed, you have to go there in person. Oh, I'm sorry, y'all. Thank you. I'm so stupid. I shared it and I just never showed it. So thank you for letting me know.
I'm sorry. That makes me look like a dick.
I didn't mean to be an asshole.
Yeah, I was thinking, I was like, oh, she's not going to show it. She's just going to talk about it. So I thought I'd keep my mouth shut.
It's one of those like, I'm looking at a different screen. So I'm like thinking that it's shared because I'm literally looking at it on stream. And
we should take turns of reading some of this just to give it like a little bit of fun. Because it's gonna hurt your head.
Yeah. Hold on, I have to return a text real quick.
And just so you know, I've gone through all the pages, and there's a lot there that is definitely copy and pasted. It's repetitive. It's like playing game.
Alrighty. He paid for a security escort on December 19th, $700. I'm sorry, no one cares enough about you to actually do anything.
Personal choice.
Like, yeah, that's personal choice. And the funny thing is like you're going to the courthouse, and last time I checked, every courthouse, including federal ones, have security.
Yeah, and they're armed as well.
And I'm sure if you would have asked for an escort from security to your car at the end of the thing, you would have gotten it. Like, I'm sure they would not have said no. Like, it is just what it is. Oh my goodness. I
told you you're gonna have a brain.
This is Bruce's response to why he didn't show up for court. Like, I'm sorry, like, in my eyes, and I know people are weird, and some people in this world are crazy, but in my mind, Bruce is not worth a possible criminal charge in my mind. Like, he's not worth it.
Yeah.
Like if I'm gonna do that, it's gonna be like somebody like went after me in a parking lot and I like defended myself, kind of thing. Like if I'm gonna catch a charge, it's gonna be like you went after my child. Like it's gonna be a thing. It's gonna be something, you know, more personal to me. Like Bubbles doesn't matter. He's not important enough for anybody to do anything and risk their futures because of him. He is not that. He's not that important.
Can I just point something out? On December the 19th, when he went there was not one sign, one indication, or any comment in regards of him having to have personal security escort. None whatsoever.
Yeah, and she Nemesis brings up, and I really hope I said that right, because all I want to think is Shenny.
Nemesis.
She Nemesis. Yeah, he's never, up until this point, it's April, I've never heard anything about, and I don't pay attention, so I could have missed it, but no one's told me that he needed security or he requested security or hired security. If you know that if that was true, he would have mentioned it in every court document since, because he just has to, that's just his personality. So it's
it's the first time he's mentioned it. This is the typical, like, you know, look at me, I feel threatened, but I find it this is the complete opposite of the way he is when he is writing out motions, when he's making posts on Facebook, when he's on the Crampons platform, or when he's talking to other people. You know, the complete opposite. It's like two different people here.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not a psychologist, but I definitely do believe he's got a split personality.
No, because he's got something. Like, he's got something. Like, let's be honest. Like, it doesn't take a psychology degree. And I'm not that far away from a minor in psych. If I went back to school, I'm like 6 credits away, which is 2 classes, but whatever. I'm not a psychologist by any means. However, like, there's something that is not right.
I mean, can I just point something out? Right. A comment that he's made in this one. The undersigned will not attempt to argue he should not be sanctioned because he doesn't believe that. I'm
like dumbfounded. Like, I just.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, if you had no problem being sanctioned, then why did you not appear on the 3rd? Hey, Rick, nice to meet you, mate. I'm crazy, and the voices in my head tell me that I'm good. I don't have to take my medication today.
You can talk to yourself. Just as long as you don't answer yourself, you're good. So I've been told.
Which I did earlier on.
Oh, somebody needs a YouTube tracker. Somebody needs to. What's our over under on how many times he mentions YouTube in this motion? And
I would say 30 plus.
Well, the motion is 14 pages, but then we have the exhibits. Should we do the motion or the motion and the exhibits together?
Both. I would say 47 for me.
So we'll set the over under at 40.
Yeah. So, I'm saying 47.
Does anybody want to count for me? If you security is a cardigan.
Right. I'll tell you what, I'll do it as well. Right.
Because I know I'm going to lose track because I can't count past 10 half the time. Like,
that's all right. I'll do it. Okay. Start from the top. Let's go.
All right. So we have the YouTube one.
Yep.
And then the undersigned was also fearful in being involuntary videotaped and photographed for YouTube content.
Yep.
For the plaintiff and other channels profiting from their coverage by mocking and defaming the undersigned. Mocking, yes. Defaming, no, because it's my personal opinion that you're a horrible person. And then the footnote is one close associate of the plaintiff, lawyer, YouTuber. That counts. DUI guy and buckle up traveled with his fiance from Kentucky to cover it for his YouTube channel of 500,000 subscribers.
Yep.
I wonder what it's like to have 500,000 subscribers. I always finish the paragraph I'm reading before I read the footnote, so that way it's a flow. Like, I will always finish the paragraph I'm reading, just so you know that I didn't skip it, because I always read footnotes. Notwithstanding these explanations, a court's lawful order cannot be open to a lawyer's subjective determinations of whether their reasons for disobeying are excusable, but yet you still did it. The undersigned will not attempt to argue he should not be sanctioned because he doesn't believe that. However, you're welcome. Oh my goodness. Here we go. The undersigned and his clients believe it's relevant to the court's determination of the nature and degree of sanctions, how he came to be in this position, and the toll this case exacted on him, his wife, his practice, and his life due to the conduct of the plaintiff outside of the litigation and of his counsel in it. Pot meet kettle. Was he looking in a mirror when he wrote this? Because, yeah. Okay, it's only bad when we're profiting off of it, not when they're profiting off of it. And I'm sorry. It's one of those things that I monetize all my videos, and I make, I was doing a live stream directly before this document came out, about air traffic control and aviation. So like, I was making a profit on that video too, because they're all monetized. Do these ones get more views? Yes, but that doesn't mean this is the only thing I cover. And he's saying YouTube like it's a bad thing. I'm like, this is how I put food on the table for my family. And I contribute to my household. So, yeah.
Can I just say something very quickly?
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, Ewoks and Wookiees, members of the jury, Your Honor, please make sure you hit that like button. And if you're not subscribed, come on in, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you can get these beautiful streams coming to you directly in your, wherever you watch it, in your bathtub, in your car, in a swimming pool, in space. Who cares? But hit that like button. Thank you.
This comment right here was my point. I don't know that he did or didn't mention to anybody, so I appreciate the people that are telling me, like Liz. But this was my point, because just reading these documents, I know how he writes, and like, he mentions things over and over and over again that he finds pertinent and might give him an excuse for the way he's acting. That would give him an excuse for the way he's acting. So the fact that it's never been mentioned in any document prior to this one makes me question it, because that's not how he. That's what it. BBB added Benoit from the disciplinary bar committee. Could Benoit have contacted Blythe or Hinkle about BBB? I mean, they could have. I don't recommend contacting. Like, I emailed the judge, but I prefaced that with, I just forwarded the judge the email that Bruce sent me about the settlement offer as a cover my ass, because I don't want to be a party to any of this. I like watching and laughing from the outside. And when I got that settlement offer, the first thing that came through my head was, F this. The judge needs to know, because I don't want to get dragged into court, because a reporter, which I'm not, got a settlement offer, which is not supposed to happen. Hey, Paisley Chicken, thank you for the $4.99 super chat. Oh my God, my favorite court document reader. I'm about 7 minutes behind, but I'm so glad I caught you live. Yeah, and if anybody wants to, I did get my Pacer bill, and I showed it on my last stream, because I didn't think that I'd be talking about this until tomorrow morning. I did get my Pacer bill. My Pacer bill for the first quarter of 2025 was $189. People have contributed to it. So if y'all feel the compelled to provide anything. Like y'all, I appreciate you. And and Ungung Hero, thank you for the 5 more Squid Pro memberships, and I will probably doing a members only tomorrow. Yeah, settlement discussions are not public, and just adding anyone to it was unethical as hell. Yeah, so I heard Shizzy say that in Georgia, which is where I am located, you can be added to it because you've been privy to that, and that's when I was like, oh hell no. It's not happening.
Oh hell no.
My brain went, oh hell no, and I like.
Just so you know, I've already counted. There are 3 YouTube mentioned in that part there, and I just want to say one thing to Yamaha Biker. Oh yeah. Sorry.
Hey Yamaha, I have a question for you. If I send you a book, can you read it on a stream or in a video for me, and I can play it for the little one at night? Because there's a competition between your voice, Vice Baby, and Spawn is who can be the best reading voice for her to go to sleep at night. Tug is great, but his streams at night, when I can't talk what the Hales at night because we'll be up all night. Because that's raising the blood pressure.
Wait, time out. Why am I being dragged into this?
Because it's your voice, Connor, Legal Vice's son, Vice Baby.
Yeah.
And Yamaha are the 3 voices that like help put her to sleep at night.
Yeah, but
Tug's voice is up there too, but the subject matter that Tug and Megan talk about at night, I can no longer talk about this at night because my blood pressure rises and I can't sleep.
That's probably the most nicest thing anyone has said to me. Well,
yeah, don't get used to it.
But anyway, we're getting derailed. Come on, back onto the topic.
Oh yes, and I do have derailed merch in my merch store.
Oh, rub it in. Why don't you? Go
on. All right.
The undersigned volunteered to help indigent involuntary defendants fight back against being a target on YouTube, in person and in court. It would be impossible in a single filing to fully show the extent to which the plaintiff has made defendants Preston and Cook into A, involuntary characters in his YouTube Bad Neighbors Go Away Bad Neighbors storyline. Brackets, see Exhibit 1, a sampling of over 200 videos using the defendant's income-generated content since May 2023. Brackets closed. B, involuntary subject to physical stalking in their daily lives. See Exhibit 2, a compilation of the plaintiff stalking the defendants, making content from it, including filming over the defendant's privacy fence that was installed to prevent this. And C, involuntary litigants in this and several other courts, see Exhibit 3, some of the dozens of court update videos. It is also impossible to show the full extent and effects of the plaintiff's targeting under the undersigned and his family to make YouTube content for the entertainment and profit. And since May of 2023, excuse me for a second. The plaintiff has propagated a Bad Neighbors storyline on his YouTube. Hang on a minute. I need to write that down. YouTube platform targeting Preston, Cook, and Preston is now.
I just want to keep up with these super chats real quick because I'm still getting to StreamYard or Streamlabs. Thank you, Kathy, for the $4.99 super chat. Pacer bill donation. Hope this helps. Every bit helps, and I appreciate it. And Jeff in the last stream made a large chunk of it, but it just keeps on coming because I am currently following 6 federal cases, and a lot of them are years in the making and are expensive. And then $5 from Havlin Tough. Anyone here that has a YouTube channel, please mention Squid. She only has 360 people until she hits 4K. Yeah, we're working, and thanks. Like, oh, you're so sweet. I'm working on 4K. We're working on 4K. You know.
Should I carry on?
We'll get carry on. Thank you.
Anyway, where was I? Now, 5-year-old daughter. The content generated from Bad Neighbors saga, especially litigation-related content, is a major source of income for the plaintiff. In April-May of 2024, the undersigned watched the plaintiff on his YouTube videos boasting about suing his neighbors, Preston and Cook, to take their land, and they have no money, and would be defenseless in federal court to stop him. And they would never find a lawyer to help them. On May 28th, 2024, the plaintiff updated his 700,000 YouTube subscribers about this and other legal actions against the defendants and his plans to use the present action to take their property and take over the world. No, the planet. In a video titled Bad Neighbors in Court Again, Lynette and Cook are headed back to court, not just in Ohio, brackets free, not just in Florida, in a federal and a county, but also family court. In court. So we have how many court cases right now? They were in Ohio court for contempt of court. They've been found guilty for contempt of court. Now they're going back as a matter of fact. We have filed, they will be served. Do I have to read all this? Because my head hurts already.
I'll read it.
I'll read it. I take over.
Well, here's the thing. When you do transcripts too, they're not like, it's like when you do talk to text, it doesn't get punctuation, it just gets words, so it all gets like.
Well, tell you what, let me finish all this and then you can take the next page. How about that?
All right, you talk because I have to go to the little girl's room.
Okay. Right, so where was I? Found guilty content. We are asking the courts to mandate that they must be in person. They have to show, and if they don't show, then there can be a warrant for their arrest. Now there are those are going to say that Florida's won't extradite them to Ohio. So there are a lot of different questions around the federal case. Oh, what's happening? Well, depositions are going to be happening here within the next months. Cook and Lynette will have multiple days in Gainesville in the federal court. It will not be via Zoom, even though it all will be recorded and others will be deposed and mandated as well. Or they will be in contempt of court. Footnote 2. This exception spans for the first 6 minutes and 40 seconds of the video as the link in red. 3. This is the reference to the plaintiff having obtained a protective order in Ohio State Court against. This is a permanent protective order. You got that wrong as well. Against Preston and Cook for events allegedly occurring in Florida, and despite Preston and Cook never having been to Ohio, the plaintiff uses this constantly threaten Preston and Cook will contempt filings in Ohio based on violations he openly admits on YouTube. Oh, got another YouTube, so that's 11 so far. YouTube in. Machinating this for purpose. See doc the 123. That's one example is depicted here. Now, here's the thing: we all know that this. I mean, he's copying and pasting for one, and when Marcus King, I'll let Squid know. Okay, when she comes back. Thank you very much, by the way. Here's the thing. He oh my God, I tell you, this guy isn't, if brains. Squid Marcus King just gave you a super chat.
Marcus, thank you for always being a good supporter of the channel. I appreciate you so much. Thank you for the $19.99 super chat. Thank you. Thank you.
No,
without y'all, I just spend a lot of money on Pacer and internet and documents and Streamlabs and all this with nothing to show for it.
I mean, in regards of, like, first of all, the Ohio court, the Ohio filing is a permanent restraining order with conditions. Okay, so why is he using that as an excuse? I mean, do you know, I call this new judge, the federal judge, Judge Triffid, right? Because Triffids are quite, you know, if you watch the film, they're quite dangerous and they're, you know, if they get on planet. But wait, can we change the voice changer from Queen's English to Southern American? I'm sorry, sir, but my mama told me that a box. Okay.
Hey now. No. Yeah, it's always about, or where was that? The chat moved fast. Tammy. So BBB is making it all about him again. Yeah, it's always all about him. He's the center of attention. And hey, DJ Radis, how are you?
I wonder if BBB ever breastfed.
Where did I leave off? Or where did we, the end of
I finished with page 3, but my question just now was, I wonder if BBB ever breastfed.
Breastfed or was breastfed?
No, if he ever breastfed, because if he did, he would make sense. But by his behavior, I think he didn't get breastfed. Leave me alone. Just carry on reading. Don't worry about it. It's like the voices in my head. It sounded funny in my head. All right, so leave me alone.
I got. It was funny. More like sad. You're not freezing. Good, looking good. Yeah. I got new internet yesterday, but unfortunately, I paid my internet bill for the month, so I am being charged for 2 internets this month. But yes, our download speed is now 945 megabytes per second, and our upload speed is like 30. Which before my upload speed was like 6. So you know.
Yeah. And just give you a heads up, so far 11 mentions of YouTube. Up to page 3, that's 11.
And Photo Lady 12, thank you for the $5 super chat, helping just a little. Y'all are awesome. Like Bubbles is the king of wah. Yeah, not even the little one does that much whining. And then this one, the buck naked, bot support. I always laugh when I say your name because I love the names that are like you read them and you're like,
shit, I'm hungry hero. Just caught me there.
And then Lynn, thank you for the $20 super chat. Love you for getting on top of this for all the expensive shiz. Like it's a lot. Like you don't think about it, and then you're like, wait, you know. And y'all have helped me so much because I couldn't. Like I got a new chair because of y'all. Like I'm gonna be able to get a ladder because the person that I was borrowing the ladder from when I work, the person I work for, texts me yesterday and says, I need my ladder back.
Oh, I just noticed something. He's wrote the wrong name.
Oh, wait.
No. Go back down. Russell Meeks Sr. and Mara Hughes.
Yeah, he can't even proofread. Remember, we have a proofreading problem.
I'm sorry.
Oh, Gary. This document is identical to the arguments he used in his disciplinary hearing in Connecticut.
Told you. I fucking knew it.
And any diversion 1981 rat. Who's a rat? Me? Or Bubbles? Or both? I don't know. I some ew. Ew. And hey, Kim, how are you? I haven't seen you in a while. Ew. It's not as.
I got me myself.
Yeah, I $2 from. Hi, my name's Buck. I'm Buck. Yeah.
Hey, my name's Buck. Buck naked.
Oh, Rat is a Martin. Okay. Rat is Amanda Martin's son that dumped sweet tea on Jeremy. Okay. Thank you for the explanation. Cause y'all, I don't get it.
Yeah.
Like sometimes I'm like, I do have derailed merch. Because you know, like I'm competing for the biggest derailer on stream. And Amos Girl, thank you for the $10 super chat.
Well, you guys do it to me. Wait, I'm not blaming you, am I? No, good. Right, let's carry on. Right.
All right. Russell Meeks, isn't it Meeks?
Meeks, yeah.
And Marla Hughes and others, just to name a few. Amanda Martin, her son, Rat Cunningham.
He actually put rat in there. That's why. Oh.
Sorry. I'm just, some of this is like, between this and what we read on the last stream, my brain is like, what the heck is going on today? That is just weird. I could go on and on. It's going to be a lot of depositions. It's going to be a lot of video footage and no doubt it's going to be very, very funny. And at the same time, these are serious issues because they've tried to extort me. They've tried to defame me. But that's not the only thing that's happening right now. The adoption records are being unsealed and it's being challenged within the family courts. 5. What does that have to do with why you shouldn't be sanctioned? What does what he said in a video?
No, that there is a comment that I think Jeremy or someone put in, and what he's done is he's copied and pasted that comment and put it here.
It's like he's taking parts of a transcript, but it's like, what does this have to do with why you shouldn't be sanctioned? Like what like what does it have to do? But that's not the only thing that's happening right now. Challenged within the family courts. What I want is to go into federal court, and here's the funny thing, there are those out there who would go, it's Florida, you can't take property in Florida. Yeah, federal courts can and will seize property and it will go up for auction. You want to guess who the highest bidder is going to be? Because all the funds are going to be to me anyway. And guess what? That's his right to say that. And that's actually kind of funny. Just saying.
Yeah.
And Unghung Hero, thanks for the $2 super chat. Boy, you sure got a pretty mouth. The judge to BBB. Sweet Jesus.
No, I think someone else was him. So,
Several other YouTube channels were one-sidedly propagating the plaintiff's bad neighbor storylines about Preston and Cook and profiting from the content, whereas none were offering any information or analysis from the perspective of the neighbors being targeted. You forget that there are channels out there that are literally nothing but their side. And I'd like to think that I'm just here. I'm just here, and the facts have led me to one side. And for those of you who don't know, we are keeping track of the number of YouTube statements or the words YouTube. That how many times we push the word YouTube, and the over under is 40.
Yeah. So far we've got 12. You still need to read the footnote as well.
But like, I still don't understand what any of this has to do with why you shouldn't be sanctioned.
Because he's doing exactly the same he done in Connecticut. What, like someone else mentioned, he's doing exactly the same thing.
The undersigned began to contact channels covering the story, offering to give an alternative view of what the plaintiff was doing from a legal standpoint. No, that's not what you sent me. That you tried to butter me up and say that I was getting hate because I associate myself with people who are positive Jeremy Hales, but you're different than the rest of them. God. Fuck. I got to go back and find those emails and read them again because what the plaintiff is doing from a legal standpoint. I wouldn't trust legal advice from you if you paid me to take legal advice from you. Mm-hmm. All such offers were ignored and led to the undersigned's emails to these YouTube hosts being doxxed by them, mocking and attacking the undersigned for stepping in on behalf of bad neighbors. No,
go back up. Footnote.
If you're I have to finish this paragraph in my thought. If you're talking about me, I didn't attack you, but I mocked you because you're ridiculous. And you tried to blow smoke up my ass and it didn't work. And you got mad and then showed my emails. Videotaping depositions was precluded, document 41, after the defendants moved to prevent them from being broadcast on YouTube. Okay, but guess what? Transcripts. The plaintiff ended up taking only 2, including Amanda Martin, demonstrating that the foiled purpose was to create video content. No, he tried to take more than 2, but y'all didn't show up. Do you remember that? Did you fail to... Only 2 were... Correct me if I'm wrong, chat, but only 2 actually were completed because other people did not show up.
Correct.
Like, you can correct me if I'm wrong. I will admit if I'm wrong. But the understanding that I have is that people didn't show up.
And I think he walked out on one of them.
Miss PJ, thank you for the $2 super chat. BBB is trying his case now. Yeah, this is not the time or the place, but here we are. Yeah. They refused to show up. 2Ls refused to subpoena and said it wasn't served properly. Okay, thank you. Okay. Sometimes I get the thumbnail lawsuit, and I just wanted to make sure that, like, because there were depositions in both, and I just wanted to make sure that I had the right case. Oh yeah. He forgot. Well, Sharo's was his deposition, right? Sharo's was BBB's, or was it Jeremy's? So if Jeremy, yeah, 3 depots. That's okay. That's what I was like. I knew Sharo was had a deposition too, but I couldn't remember who actually wanted that one. All right. Footnote 5. This refers to an emergency custody petition. The plaintiff was involved in orchestrating and generating months of YouTube content from a Save Harley Grace storyline that was used to terrorize Preston about potentially having her child removed from her custody. See document 123-1. Footnote 6, i.e. they are crazy. They live in squalor. Well, they kind of do. I mean, that's the fact. Like, you've seen pictures. That's a fact. They stalked me to Otter Creek to extort me. They are drug addicts and alcoholics. They have Preston's child. The child is nonverbal and non-potty trained. Their property is unsafe. This one, didn't she say that there were nails all over the property and you can poke an eye out or something? Like,
not just that, but didn't Preston make comments to the child on video stating how dangerous the area was? And also, there's no factual proof about the child being nonverbal, because if the child is nonverbal, why would she turn around and ask a complete stranger, "Are you a YouTuber?"
And not letting her talk and her being nonverbal are 2 different things.
Exactly.
Not saying that that's happening, but like, I've never heard her talk because every time I've heard Lynette interacting with her, she's been yelling at her.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that only certain things are caught on video, so I know it's not a representation of everything, but it's pretty telling in the sense of, like, that doesn't mean she's nonverbal, but not wanting to talk and not talking are 2 different things. What's up, Angel? Okay, bye. Bye.
So that all that is allegedly and speculative.
Yes. Preston's adoption was used to use the child for government benefits and all manner of defamation. Hooey. What's up, Angel?
So the newspaper clippings of Lynette Preston stating herself using the child's benefit money and fundraising money and everything else to get a Jeep Gladiator. Interesting.
All right. At the time, there was an extended months-long grudge judge storyline targeting Levy County State Court Judge Craig DeThomasis. That wasn't targeting anybody. That was showing video of him and letting the video speak for itself. Yep. I'm sorry. The videos spoke for themselves. Like, he was litigating from the bench. You don't. Any idiot can tell that. You're not supposed to litigate from the bench, and that's exactly what he was doing. Who was presiding in a restraining order action filed by Preston against the plaintiff for stalking. Several of the YouTube channel's hosts mocking Judge DeThomasis, calling him biased and incompetent. He's going to read the writ of prohibition and the fact that he was removed Judge Blythe was going to read that and know that BBB is full of shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we're practicing lawyers profiting from the storyline. One is a current close associate of the plaintiffs who was present during the April 3rd hearing, having promoted the event and traveled with his fiance from Kentucky to cover it for his YouTube channel with 500,000 subscribers. The DUI guy, and buckle up.
Page 4, so far, 16 YouTube mentions.
And I did want to, hold on. I'm losing my place here. I've got too many windows open because I still have all of our stuff open from before.
Yeah.
And your mom, I can't bring up the, there we go. I found it. Thank you for the $5 super chat. The undersigned fuckguard is whining in his excuses for not showing up in hopes of lower sanctions. And thank you, Unhung Hero, for the membership. And there was somebody else who joined too. I saw it pop up on screen. I figured out how to do that, and it works. I just can't always get to them because it's different than StreamYard in that way that super chats are a little bit harder to get to. They don't save and automatically star like they used to. I'm working on it, but I appreciate your patience with me. And if you joined Tentacle Nation and I did not say your name, I do apologize because, you know, I try to acknowledge everybody for their support. It's every time I gone to the Tieflin flea market and pass Lyrenet's stand, Lyrenet's always screaming, yelling at the child who is always in that playpen for small animals. Wow. Okay. God. I'm just going to I'm gonna pretend I didn't hear that, and yeah. All right. During this period, the undersigned was working with an independent journalist, Shara Michelle, who had been following the story and compiling records and documents since when the plaintiff began targeting Preston and Cook in May of 2023. On June 2nd, 2024, as part of the effort to find counsel for Preston and Cook for this action, at the undersigned's request, Ms. Wolf wrote a synopsis of the plaintiff stalking using use of YouTube and litigation to destroy the lives of Preston and Cook. Attorney Bruce Maskin, a brief synopsis of this case. I've been collecting records and evidence in this case for approximately a year. This case with Lynette began during the elections of 2023. The public campaigning against Ms. Preston began approximately in May 2023, a year ago, and has extended to other YouTube channels. I can chart the timeline and facts in the case well. I've collected the public record for most of the reports involving Jeremy Hales and Ms. Preston from the Levy County Sheriff's Agency. And I will spend hours collecting video evidence of defamation done appearingly with malice. There have been hundreds of calls to multiple agencies incited by Jeremy Hales and Martha George Ritz on their show, What the Hales, a very far-reaching with nearly 1 million subscribers and 250 million views. These include Child Protection Agency, several times involved, with all cases being closed unfounded. The number of calls that came in to the agency and the governor were so extreme the governor became involved. And devil's advocate, people do, just because you're a shitty parent does not mean you're an abusive parent. Just plain devil's advocate. Like, completely plain devil's advocate. I know plenty of people who are shitty parents, but that doesn't cross the line into CPS. So there's a just plain devil's advocate. Some of y'all hate me for that, but I'm going to keep doing it regardless. There are hundreds of videos on the subject of Otter Creek, with most involving Miss Preston with her photo in the thumbnails entitled such as Neighbors from Hell, Lawsuits and Updates, Bad Neighbors Exposed, She's Going to Jail, Bomb Threats Called in During Court, Bad Neighbor Drug Dealer, Arrest Coming Soon, Has a Dark History Evil, Finally Getting Arrested, etc. I have attached a couple of screenshots, examples of video thumbnails. Mr. Hales has stated on his show numerous times, I'm going to get her gone one way or another. She will be in jail forever. The town is getting ready to, I'm not saying that word. She is a child, that word. Her property is a dump. That one's kind of accurate from the pictures I've seen.
It is actually, yeah.
I'm not Like,
can I just before you carry on, can I just make an observational point here? Before people get the wrong end of the stick, everyone on YouTube uses clickbait headings, right? You'll see this really big heading, and it's clickbait, and this is what you're looking at. It's clickbait, right? People are going to click on it because they want to hear what's going on, and the thing is, he is using that clickbait, right? That's why me, for example, I don't change my heading. It's always the same. I just added a little bit here and there. But that there is the perfect example of clickbait. And there was a bomb threat made in the court. And it was, so some of this stuff is quite accurate. They are neighbors from hell. There is a lawsuits and updates. Bad neighbors exposed. The bomb threat is actual factual. So... And the arrest was made because John Cook went to prison for 30 plus days for pointing a pew at someone.
Yeah, everybody knows I would say most states, if not all, pointing a pew at somebody or a wireless hole puncher, as the case may be, is illegal. It is seen as a threat to brandish a weapon.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I still think you should get super glue for that sore on your lip.
Right.
Sorry.
And I'm really bad at the clickbait thumbnails. I'm just really bad. Like it's really bad. I'm not creative like that.
But I mean, I got another question before you carry on, because Mr. Hales stated. Here's one question I got to ask. Why is he dragging Sharit back into this when, everyone has the right to change their opinion if there's reasons and there's grounds to change your opinion. This was right at the get-go when he came into the scene.
Because he has nothing else, is my opinion on the subject.
Yeah, good point, Karen.
Like he has nothing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yvonne, you bring up a really good point. So far, this is like an opening statement to a jury. Yeah.
I never thought of that.
To discredit Shara for possible court. That's another good point.
Yeah. Well, he can't now because the thing is he approached her in January. But anyway, where were we? They are very dangerous people.
Her property is a dump. I'm going to buy her property's mineral rights. She is going to lose everything she owns. They are very dangerous people. And this is an opinion. Like, I have armed security waiting outside if she shows up to town hall, and so many more defamatory and terrifying statements, which I can fully document from hours of video coverage. These segments appear to be scripted with the intent and malice with a goal he states regularly. What the Hales had a fundraiser to pay for an attorney to take Miss Preston's child, raising nearly $70,000 on April 7th of 2024. Jeremy Hales entered Winn-Dixie. I miss Winn-Dixie. And spoke to the manager, dissolving Miss Preston's partnership with Winn-Dixie for produce for her tortoise rescue, and had destroyed any chance of fundraising for the rescue, causing Miss Preston further hardship. Is it really a rescue if they go there to live out their last days? And turtles are supposed to can live to be over 100? Just saying.
Hang on a minute. I'm a bit confused here. I'm a little bit confused here. Pardon my French, but what the frick has this got to do with him explaining why he didn't turn up on the 1st?
It's got nothing to do. Like the comment from Yvonne, this is reading like an opening statement.
Okay. Yeah, because my brain's just gone tilt.
Jeremy Hales has contacted the town of Otter Creek and the county to try to have Miss Preston removed from her land in which she owns and paid cash for in full, stating to the public she's living there illegally. Sorry.
Drink some water. There you go.
Jeremy Hales and Martha George Risk have accused Miss Preston of stalking them to Otter Creek for money. Miss Preston has lived along the Gulf, buying multiple properties many years before Mr. Hales ever arrived, and she had tens of thousands in cash when she arrived and purchased her beautiful property Sorry, Shara. I like you, but that is not what I'd call a beautiful property. But hey, in Otter Creek along the Gulf, where she has lived since 1997. Miss Preston's liberties have been essentially stolen from her with falsified accusations of things she never did, according to police reports, to prove her innocence. There are multiple incidents in which Mr. Hales and Martha George Risk have accused Miss Preston and Mr. Cook of pointing and firing pew-pews, and he has held open discussions at public town hall meetings to claim these accusations while filming his show to warn the residents of their dangerous neighbors. The totality of damages and public harm to Miss Preston's entire life is immeasurable. Mr. Hales has stated his intention to take everything Miss Preston owns and make all three of them homeless. Miss Preston, Mr. Cook, and their 4-year-old child. Miss Preston enjoys being a part of and also was seeking work as a clerk or council member at her town hall, and Mr. Hales has created a PO in the state of Ohio, protective order, which he has made effective in the state of Florida, isolating Miss Preston away from the town hall entirely, and each time she leaves her property at all, even to go grocery shopping. She is at great risk of being followed with the new contempt of court charges, in which police reports say she did not commit. There have been cameras placed strategically across the street from Miss Preston's home, recording her and her property 24/7. What's up, Angel? Hi. She is fearful for her child in her own yard. The family has become isolated, and Jeremy Hales is threatening a tidal wave, a domino effect, a tsunami upon them up ahead. This is the most egregious cyber-stalking case I have ever witnessed, with many having stated with malice and motives. I will do all the evidence collection that will include hours and hours of documented video evidence. There are letters available from CPS showing all cases closed, unfounded, and police reports. There are public official witnesses, including the former mayor of Otter Creek and multiple council members and residents. Jeremy and Martha have doxed Miss Preston's home address, phone number, and videos of her property ongoing, and full background of names and other information exposing the family to security risk, and has also published photos of her innocent 4-year-old child and her full name in front of hundreds of thousands of viewers, while encouraging the crowds to save the child, save the animals, call authorities, while inciting hate. Jeremy and his business partner, George, and multiple employees regularly film Miss Preston's property and family ongoing. Jeremy and George accuse Miss Preston of stalking. She has not committed, all while Miss Preston is the one stalked ongoing. Please refer to attached screenshots. Thank you for your kind help and attention. This is my question right here. How many tortoises have been saved?
Exactly. But I find it quite. Yeah, I'll read the footnote and then I'll.
This came from a video on May 30th, 2024, in which the plaintiffs counted on his fingers the legal matters in which he had entangled the defendants. They're already in Ohio court. They're headed back to Ohio court for another contempt of court hearing. They're in county court in Florida, and they're in federal court. They're headed to family court in Florida because the whole adoption is being contested, and that's just the beginning. The tidal wave, the tsunami is coming for them.
So here's my question for you. Now, we know that Shara Michelle at one point, you know, she was doing her own thing, and that this is way before Deuce Boy turned up. And then suddenly Deuce Boy, I mean, we know how he slimed his way in. The ambulance sped up. He couldn't keep up. So he went, oh, look, exit left. Yeah, so do I right now, actually. But the fact that like, really close after this email there, I think she started. I think it was the day when they were on a platform and he raised his voice to her, because you could see a distinct discontent of that behavior. And I think around that time, that's when she started looking into this properly, and then started noticing, because that sounds like him telling her. It sounds like that email there. It doesn't sound like Shara, not from what she's been like over the last few months. You know, having an opinion is one thing, but yeah.
There's a bunch of comments that are
I know, I'm seeing them
that are like so true. Like, if what
yeah. And by the way, at the moment, you've got 16, 17, 18. You've got 18 YouTube mentions so far.
And we're only on page 7.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Have we seen one video from the cameras allegedly watching their property?
Actual fact, those cameras were not watching their property. Their cameras were situated, and I actually asked someone from over there. He says that if the cameras are facing the property or towards the exit, they are fully entitled to do so. Now, if you remember the pictures from their cameras, right, we're basically missing most of their property and showing the road, right? So if they're gonna use that as an argument, why are those cameras fixated on the actual public road instead of their property? And I've got one of those pictures, by the way. I can send it to you and show you.
This is all stuff that's over my my head.
I did. There was like a while back, and it was last year some point, I believe, or was it? Yeah, it was last year some point. I had a stream where I actually showed everything about CCTVs and cameras, and because the thing is, the cameras they're using there are trail cameras; they're not CCTV. So, but this whole thing that he's trying to portray is that all these cameras are facing their property. They're not. They're facing his property, right, and covering the front of his property all up to the road. Now, at the end of the day, cameras are going to catch more than just that area.
Yeah, I mean,
but if you've got a camera, right, that's deliberately pointing towards, this is hurting my head, for the record, just so you know.
Yeah, I'm getting a little that's why I'm just trying to read, because I'm like, oi. Like
Yeah.
What's up, Angel?
I mean, like, he was supposed to explain what,
3%.
what he's trying to. The judge wants him to explain why he didn't turn up, and here we are.
See, she has to sit on the left side. If she sits on the right, or my right leg, she gets mad. It's weird. She's got her spot, and she, I don't know. All right, we're just starting page 7. No, Florida. See, yesterday when I read Christopher Gage's motion, that went like smooth, straight to the point. Like it was content. Like it was easy, and like this is just what the heck. No Florida counsel could be found to represent the defendants, and so the undersigned chose to complete the steps for admission pro hoc vice, with the plan to file dispositive motions to try to have the case dismissed without trial. The undersigned believed and believes that the claims are frivolous. The lawsuit is based on claims that were contrived for generating YouTube content to feed the bad neighbor storyline. YouTube saga. 2 times in one sentence.
Jesus Christ.
And for those of you who are just joining us, we have an over-under of 40. We're going to do a little friendly wager of 40 of saying YouTubes in this motion. So 40 times. Good thing you don't make it a drinking game, because we'd all be in the hospital with alcohol poisoning. And the case should be dismissed on summary judgment with that motion is filed as contemplated in the court. Document 81, footnote 9. Since then, the undersigned and his wife's lives have been turned upside down from the plaintiff, his YouTube surrogates, and social media followers, harassing and defaming them, along with the plaintiff's counsel. He throws around that word defaming like it's like we don't have the First Amendment.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry. Like, yes, this has nothing to do with why he didn't show up. That was page 1. That was page 1. Like, that was it. That was page 1. Like, you could have got this done. Like, you could have said this. Could have said this in 1 page, but no, you have to try it in the court of public opinion, and then try to sway the doc or the judge.
Yeah, but that's simple.
Along with the plaintiff's counsel's abuse of this litigation to generate YouTube content.
Jesus Christ.
It's 14 pages of the motion, and then the rest of it is exhibits. There's 10 exhibits. Yeah. Rumpelstiltskin could not write a meaningful, nonsensical, clear, concise, did he forget kiss principle. Keep it simple, stupid. Yeah.
Kiss.
Keep it simple, stupid. This is written like a police string. Oh my goodness. I haven't seen contrived or polymorph anywhere. Polyflop. Polyflop.
That's too funny.
What's polyflop? Hold on, BB. You're at 3%, which means you got to go down there if you want to use it. Yeah. I'm still waiting for BBB's color-coded string of illogical words. I read, so you don't have to. It's kind of the that needs to be my motto. I'm gonna read it, so you don't have to. Like you don't have to. Documents 104, 105, 114, and 116 being refiled together, and 117 shows some of the ways he has multiplied proceedings, and there we go, and vexed the undersigned with constant threat of sanctions, which you did on your own, false accusations, and contrived motions, i.e. 96 and 85 through 86 and 77 through or 73 through 77, which serve the dual aims of consuming time and generating litigation-related content for the plaintiff and other YouTube channels profiting from his storylines. Y'all forget that the fleas are profiting too.
Oh, everyone is. They all are.
Like, yeah, I'm sure I am. Like, yeah, POLAMOP stands for Powers of Law Management of Operations Project. The acronym was used in the 80s, and even might not be as widely recognized now. Yeah, I knew it was something. It was previously used for something else. I just couldn't remember what it was because that's over my head. Jeffrey Montgomery, thanks for the $2 super chat. Pecuniary advantage. Yes, when the little starts using the words pecuniary advantage to do her chores, I'm going to either win as a parent or I'm screwed for my entire life. This novel proves squat. All right. Footnote 9, the extortion claims have already been dismissed because the allegations were based on non-actionable statements falsely labeled extortion. Why are you telling this to the judge when the judge is the one that dismissed it? Just a thought. He has no evidence of any actions by either defendant to tortiously interfere with any customers or contract, as the court predicted in document 63. Footnote 5, he has not disclosed a lost income expert to connect the defendant's alleged actions to loss of income. There are not and never were online posts calling me a child or, PDF file. There is no evidence of publication of handwritten signs other than the plaintiff himself publishing them on YouTube to promote the storyline. He hasn't disclosed a traffic study expert. 2 of the witnesses who discovered the signs stated publicly they could not be read from the road, and witnesses who collected the signs literally ran away to avoid service of a subpoena. The plaintiff admitted in his deposition that none of the 3 believed the signs, rebutting any damages for per se defamation. No other statement attributed to the defendants are remotely actionable by a public figure. Notably, 2 of the signed witnesses, Stephen and Therese Granger, recently sued Preston in state court. also represented by attorney Shockett. 1 week after Preston voluntarily withdrew an action for their invasion, they didn't sue her. He's misrepresenting this too. Good. That's what does he know? Not. Don't. If you're gonna be a lawyer, don't act like this one, okay? They didn't sue. They are countered. Oh, they filed a notice, or he's got my brain so fried. They didn't sue Preston. They just want attorney's fees and possible sanctions. They are suing her new case. Oh yes, is it actually a new case? It's oh my god, like this is just
Oh, I see YouTube word there. I'll put that down before you say it.
Preston voluntarily withdrew an action in their invasion of her property to record a video over the plaintiff's YouTube storyline that Preston's child's life is in danger and needs to be saved.
26 so far.
You want to read this part?
Yeah. Right. Yeah, you go and get yourself a drink. The plaintiff stalked the undersigned's wife, resulting in her resigning from a job, and mocked the unalived of his children's biological father. On April the 2nd, the plaintiff posted a live video targeting the undersigned wife, including stating that he is in communication with her teaching employer, and mocked the undersigned's children about the unalived of their biological father during a work trip in 2015, and now having the undersigned as their father. The undersigned also has family obligations, couldn't be gone for 3 days. There is no possible way to make all necessary arrangements for his family members needs to be covered in the extended absence. The undersigned wife, let's just be clear, you, laughs, somebody married him. Maybe, okay, maybe, but probably not for very long after he's gotten himself in this situation. I mean, this is just mind-blowing. The undersigned's wife has a rotator cuff tear, which she requires the undersigned assistant with many daily activities. Just for the record, I've had a rotary cuff tear, and basically I was told by a physio to do certain exercises, and it doesn't stop the world. Anyway, that's interesting. Since she's a yoga instructor and we actually have her schedule. Oh, wow. You mean now she's teaching yoga with a torn rotary cuff? But is Deuce there teaching yoga for her? Huh? Interesting, as a matter of fact. We know her employer, that's all, yeah. There's communication with her teaching employer as well. He then goes on to say the undersigned children's late biological father passed away on a work trip in 2015 when they were 5 and 11 years old. Oh, let's start the sympathy. Just for the record, when they were 5 and 11, right, that was 2019 when he was in, no, that's before, because that is wrong. But anyway, I'll discuss that privately, because when he was in Armenia on that record place, right, he stated that one was 9 years old and the other one was 15. Okay, and that was in 2019. Oh, let's start the sympathy. By the way, I want to be clear. If this is true, and these children have my sympathies to you. I am very sorry for your loss, and I'm very sorry for the lack of a man that is filled in for your actual father. I'm sure you're sorry about it as well. The undersigned adopted them after marrying their mother after he divorced his first wife, which I was just telling George. I knew no woman would have a child with him, not even his. Okay. Any extended work trip taking their father away from home creates anxiety. That's odd. Don't stop moving. Okay. Any extended work trip taking the father. That's odd. He files. So he files, and now he's worried about anxiety. Which, by the way, in 2015 they were 11 and 5. Okay. So in 2025 now they're 21 and 15. Well, you got it wrong, because in 2019 one was 9 and the other one was 15. So I don't know what's happened there with the ages there. I'm pretty sure that the 21-year-old can figure out This is sick. Horrific use and abuse of his children in the court system on this sick footnote. In the closing seconds are shown 5 photographs of the undersigned's wife. This was just the latest, but most outrageous. Oh, I can't see that.
Sorry, Brazil's rum. Gail, the hamster wheel is turning, but the hamster is dead. I just can't. Like, sorry.
Wait. Yeah, sorry. All right. In the closing seconds are shown 5 photographs of the undersigned's wife. This was just the latest, but most outrageous instance of plaintiffs talking publicly about the undersigned's wife and children to retaliate for the undersigned being counsel. Yeah, I mean, I could go into a lot of stuff that you've said about other people's families, children, and everything else, but we shall not. Right, where am I? What's happened now?
Like, the footnote was just a link.
Good. Yeah, okay. Right. For Preston and Cook, it is pure harassment and cyber stalking intended to retaliate against and intimidate the undersigned. Okay, so what about contacting the federal witnesses? That comes under RICO. Anyway, being alerted to this video and viewing it was so upsetting to the undersigned's wife that she emailed her teaching employer, resigned without advance notice. Where's proof? Later that day, she made a report to the Malden, Massachusetts police. The plaintiff's attacks against the undersigned using his YouTube, there you go, got you, YouTube platform have been relentless and have affected his entire life and practice outside of his litigation.
I'm sorry, I contact the Malden, Massachusetts police when you threatened to call CPS on me. I take action.
Yep. See Exhibit 5. Some of the video thumbnails depicting and attacking the undersigned. By design of the plaintiff and his counsel, his case has consumed the undersigned's time and life. It has prevented him from being able to maintain his regular income-generated law practice. Right, I need to say something about that. So what about Randy Shockett? What about the lady who works with Randy Shockett? What about every other single lawyer? What about all them? Anyway. By design, it has prevented him from being able to maintain a regular income-generated law practice. So you're telling me that you haven't accepted any other work except this case? Because if you do, you're lying. You are lying. Because every single court case that you've been on can be easily found on a government website. It has taken this proportionate amount of time from his family. Now it has caused the undersigned's wife to leave her teaching job. There we go, YouTube again.
And Adam, no, a deposition is not hearsay because you're under oath. So
it has caused other YouTube channels profiting from the content. Generally, the plaintiff storylines just in attacking the undersigned and the defendants. For example, a YouTube associate. Oh, there we go. Yeah, another one.
And guys, there's over 700 people watching. Could y'all hit that like button? Because we only have 307 likes, and I would really like to get like 400. You know, I could talk about, you know, baby squid having a Bruce Matskin and pull over the chat. Sorry,
yeah.
That's my hair talk. His baby squid's Bruce. I call it when she has a dirty diaper. I call it a Bruce Matskin.
Yeah, other YouTube channel.
Just sorry.
Plaintiff's storylines join in an attack to undersigned defense. For example, a YouTube associate. Did I put that one down? Yes, I did. Associate of the plaintiff purposely sabotaged the undersigned's Avro rating. Can you scroll up and stop? Yeah, stop there. And then openly bragged about it on social media. Here's the point. First of all, right, that review, right, was a genuine and truthful review because I read it and I've seen it. All right. And that is no types of sabotage. That is factual. And the fact that, so shut up, Deuce Boy. Anyway, don't make me hand your ass to you that I did when I first met you, you pleb. Anyway, exhibit 6, a number of, right. Okay. 11. The undersigned and his wife will be further mocked for this by the plaintiff and other YouTube YouTube channels, profiting from his content and in Facebook groups of the plaintiff supporters. So,
sorry, for those of you just tuning in, we have an over under of 40 for the amount of times YouTube is mentioned in this motion, in this document.
Yeah. And so far, ladies and gentlemen, Ewoks and Wookiees and members of the jury and Your Honor, we have 30 mentions of YouTube so far.
Yeah, we're definitely going over 40 because we're only on page 9.
Ted Greaves, a non-US citizen, migrated to Levy County in the fall of 2024. Hey, Ratters, they're talking about you, mate. The county to for specifically, fucking hell, that's distracting. Specifically to insinuate himself into the events there and showing up in locations to stalk Preston Cook and Preston's child to create video content for. Then we got another YouTube. YouTube.
His, oh my God, another YouTube. I presume this to be BBB's magnum opus thoughts. Yeah, this is a swan song.
And his YouTube channel, DJ Rattus, consists of parody songs about the defendants and the undersigned, and a daily Dear Diary series using Preston's AI-generated voice to mock and humiliate for profit. Exhibit 7. Right, okay. A number of other channels focus their content largely and some exclusively on the plaintiff's bad neighbors storyline and related litigation general content. Right, I'm going to speak German for Leck mich doch am Arsch. That was Kiss My Bum in German. Because obviously Little is there and I don't want her to hear me swear. See Exhibit 8. This all has that's French for stop this shit. This has all been a retaliation for standing up for the defensive involuntary litigants being targeted by disturbed individuals with a lot of money and lawyers willing to abuse litigation to feed his you got YouTube again YouTube content, and who is bent on destroying their lives for the entertainment of his got it again YouTube followers and his own profit. Ladies and gentlemen, the undersigned's withdrawal can be postponed pending summary judgment. Now,
I'll read now.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I am now handing the microphone over to. Hang on a minute, let's do this professional. Ladies and gentlemen, and this is Wales speaking. I am now handing over to America. 1 second. America, can you hear me? America, come in. Hello? America, are you there?
Not drink free, officer, just YouTube for every junk I take. Yeah, this is not something you could make a drinking game to, because you would be in the hospital, and I don't want anybody to ever,
Yeah.
Right, but it's definitely
10, 20, 30. We got 34 so far.
No, we're definitely hitting the over. All right. The undersigned and the defendants request that the court postpone issuing an order in response to the withdrawal of counsel until after the outcome of to be filed motion for summary judgment outlined above in footnote 9. All of the undersigned's litigation work was in preparation for a summary judgment motion on any claims not dismissed under FRCP 12B. With the discovery complete, the discovery is not complete. Thank you very much. And if you think it's complete, you have some splaining to do. And the ability of the plaintiff and his counsel to abuse discovery and depositions cut off, the undersigned can focus on the defendant's summary judgment motion and looks forward to filing it. Oh, I'm pretty sure the judge doesn't look forward to you filing it. Footnote 13, one of the most enduring and popular content sources for the plaintiff, and especially the other channels profiting from his litigation-related content, was Attorney Shockett's Zoom deposition of Preston in January 2024. Exploiting Preston's Levy County State Court action for restraining order against plaintiff for stalking while she was pro se, Attorney Shockett took a 7-hour videotape deposition of Preston remotely, with Preston at home attempting to monitor her child while being harangued and harassed by Attorney Shockett throughout. You're not supposed to have anybody there. Jesus, Pete.
Yeah, and
you're supposed to be the only one in the room, which means finding childcare.
Yeah, and John Cook was actually sitting in the caravan at the door because you could see him in a reflection of the TV.
I think I remember Megan talking about that, because that's when she did her yoga stream, listening to the deposition, because that's the only way you could tolerate that much of Lynette's voice.
Oh.
Dragon Lady, thanks for the $4.99 super chat.
Can I just say the way she suck on that straw, right? That woman could suck a bowling ball through a fucking garden hose. She was like, seriously, she could have sucked the life out of a brick. Anyway, carry on.
Rating makes me need some ibuprofen. Yeah, Yeah.
Should we sing a
my
song?
fired my attorney, didn't fire my attorney.
Should we sing a song of Humbaya after this so we can all come back into the book? Om sa, om sa.
This deposition has been played, replayed, and rehearsed for the entertainment and profit of YouTube channels, allowed by the plaintiff to use it, all for the purposes of mocking and humiliating Preston. See Exhibit 9, the video thumbnails promoting the plaintiff's broadcast of the deposition video over 8 straight nights in September of 2024. A short clip found here with plaintiff mocking Preston at the end. Mommy. You hungry? You want some water? Yes. Hands? Okay. I have to go get her something to snack on. I will be right back. You want to read this part?
What? Oh, yes. Right. So, just for the record, ladies and gentlemen,
bit smaller so that there's more.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, just so you're aware, so far we have got 35 mentions of YouTube. Right. Local counsel can be particularly founded by an attorney fees awarded under U.S. Code 28/1920. Oh my God, this guy! I swear to God, they must have drop kicked him on the day of his birth. Anyway, in accordance with the court's order Doc 118, the defendants will file a single motion for attorney's fees under 28 U.S. Code 1927 based on multiple grounds. Wait, I thought you were pro bono. Okay. The undersigned's defense of the defendants has prevented the plaintiff from carrying out his stated plan, May 28, 2024, video quoted above, to use the litigations to take the defendant's property without them having a lawyer to defend them against this scheme. If the case is not dismissed on summary judgment, local counsel will be needed for the defendants for trial, as the undersigned would be unable to neglect his family and law practice for weeks, if not months, to try this case as a solo practitioner with no support staff or budget and living so far away. Okay, so here's the thing, all right? Why, okay, did you accept this case in the first place? This is all I'm seeing right now, Deuce Boy, are excuses, all right? But anyway, we digress. If the court agrees that the plaintiff counsel has abused litigation to multiply proceedings for you, we got another one, YouTube. Come on, I want to get that 47. Content, so that an award of attorney fees under the 28 U.S. Code 1927 is warranted. The defendants believe it would be equitable to order those attorney fees to be paid to the court to contribute to the cost of appointed counsel for the defendants. If pro se, the defendants may stipulate to the signs simply to obviate the climatic sensational show trial with battling junk science experts, to deprive the plaintiff of the ultimate content bonanza that he is intended to trial this case for it to be for his YouTube, got it again, YouTube channel and others who've ridden the gravy train of his bad neighbors litigation saga. Well, I haven't, and nor have you. There could then be a hearing in damages. How much should be defendants owe for three people seeing the signs who the plaintiff admits didn't believe them? This would seem much less costly than a trial over who wrote the signs. A failure of damages would result in a termination in favor of Preston and Cook, such that would enable them to sue the plaintiff and attorney socket for fictitious litigations based on this.
Sorry.
Please scroll. Thank you. Action amongst other causes of actions for being used as A, involuntary characters in the plaintiff's I fucking got another one. YouTube storyline. See Exhibit 1. B, involuntary subjects of physical stalking to their daily lives. See Exhibit 2. And C, involuntary litigants in this and several other courts. See Exhibit 3. The plaintiff admits abusing litigation to inflict financial harm. A lawsuit isn't to win a lawsuit. It is to make you spend all your money on a lawyer and bankrupt you. That's why the win is. I could care less if I win in court. If I win in court situations, my goal is to make you make sure you have no money. That is the goal of the lawsuit. That's an opinion. Public statement of the plaintiff read aloud during his 19th deposition. The lawsuit was contrived to the plaintiff to create an ongoing source of compelling litigation related YouTube got another one. YouTube content about the bad neighbors federal court lawsuit. The related actions naming the undersigned, the current defendants, and 7 others is also contrived in the same purpose. The plaintiff recently told his you fucking got another one followers there is a flipper among the 10 defendants setting up. God damn it! I've got to wait till it's gone now. Oh wait, the ongoing the related actions named and undersigned as current defendants and so. Oh yeah, there you go. The plaintiff recently told his I've already got that one. Flippers among the 10 defendants, setting off a content frenzy. This is the meaning of polymop, the proposal, protection of litigation, and multiplication of proceedings by the plaintiff and his counsel of YouTube content. 14 claims. Can't hear you. I cannot hear you. I can't hear you.
Robert, this is Bruce's response to the judge's request of why I shouldn't sanction you.
Okay, no. All right. 14 claims will include the plaintiff violating 18 U.S. Code 2261 cyberstalking and 2261B cyberstalking of a minor, invasion of privacy, defamation, and other claims. 15 the plaintiff has made similar remarks on numerous occasions in reference to various litigation targets he was promoting for YouTube. All right. YouTube content.
I like how excited you're getting when you say that. You got it again.
Yeah. Oh, I'm getting really excited. 16. The undersigned understands that the plaintiff counsel showed a screenshot of a polymop website with his photo wearing a polymop crown. The defendants and the undersigned have no control over any of the thousands of followers in this case do. And it appears the purpose of the plaintiff counsel to raise in this website was to again inflame the court. Despite making no claims of connections to the undersigned and defendants, in the event a single photo of Attorney Shocker associated him with Polymop as a lawyer of engaging in that. Scroll up, please.
Yeah, this doesn't sound like an excuse to miss court.
No. Inflame, where was I? In that enterprise with the plaintiff. Please compare. Hales compared to what the plaintiff has done to harass, smear, and retaliate against the undersigned and defendant targets and his litigation for contempt scheme. Conclusion. Hang on a minute. Everything you just said. Right. Okay. We'll come back to that.
I'll try to. I understand that Jeremy's going live in 30 minutes. I will try to redirect to what the Hales when we're done.
Okay. Roger that. Let me remind me to come back onto that because I've got something to say to that. Conclusion: the undersigned's pro bono representation of indigent involuntary litigants being aggressively sued by the plaintiffs contrived claims has taken tremendous toll on the undersigned's family time, law practice, and income. Bollocks. That's all I'm saying to that. Anyone from the UK will understand exactly what I just meant with that. This has been a strategy and design of claim of the plaintiff and his counsel, one using YouTube to harass and stalk the undersigned and his family. The other strategy using the litigants' multiple proceedings and consuming as much of his time as possible. So basically what you're doing, you're describing exactly what you've been doing. Defendants Preston Cook, the undersigned, and his family are held hostage to this lawsuit as long as the plaintiff and his counsel can purposely exploit it to harass and vex them for YouTube. Again, got another one. Content. Determination and sanction to be imposed. They hope that the court will consider the information and exhibits in this response showing that this litigation has been abused by the plaintiffs and the counsel, the expected at the expense of the defendants, the undersigned, and the court to generate content for entertainment and the plaintiff's profit. Please scroll down. Footnote. God, I hope you've got another YouTube word in there. I'm getting really excited. 17. Taking it into the next level. They tried. Stop making me laugh. They tried to add the undersigned as a defendant to present the case, Doc 47, and when that was denied, Doc 58, they named the undersigned as a defendant in their second lawsuit recently filed. In filing that action, Attorney Shockett doxed the undersigned in 9 co-defendants' name addresses. No, he didn't. He didn't dox. Anyway, undersigned and 9 and shared the Facebook, which was led to undersigned scumbag email used in at 96 to infame the court. See Exhibit 10. One comment under the post about one defendant whose address was doxed was she needs to eat a. See third page of exhibit, page 14, please. Certification. I am an absolute idiot, and my name is Bruce Matskin, and I'm a clown and an unprofessional human being, and I should be locked away for not turning up on the 3rd of April and be a man, you absolute fucking pleb. Pardon my French. I am now shutting up. And how many can we count? 10, 20, 30, 40. God fucking damn it, I'm too old. I'm 2 YouTubes out of actually winning.
Winning what?
Right? Our benchmark was 40. You mentioned 40. On YouTube.
Yeah.
Right? And I said 47 from the get-go. 47.
Yeah.
2. Fucking 2.
Well, such is life.
Thanks very much for your support, sweetheart.
This is
don't come near me. Don't touch me. Get off me.
Tell him.
I love you. Sorry. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. I do apologize. I should have muted my mic.
You're hilarious. You're hilarious. And she's funnier than you are. Just letting you know.
Thank you. You're sleeping on the couch tonight, by the way, darling, for that.
I'm thinking it's the other way around.
Yeah, I know, but this will work on this one. Right, can you go back to that footnote? That on the, I think it was page 14 or 13.
I can. Before that goes, Jeffrey Montgomery. I got the scales, the little cover for the outlet and the outlet and the light switches for Baby Squid's bathroom. So I did put up the housewarming gift if you want to contribute to the channel without giving your money to YouTube, because I know a lot of people hate that. I have a housewarming list. It just has some small stuff around the house, and there's like a gift card contribution for like landscaping fund because I'm redoing some stuff. That way you'll contribute to the channel and you know exactly where your money is going, because I'm transparent like that.
Yeah. I mean, you're very transparent. Actually, sometimes too transparent. But anyway.
Yeah. But I'd rather be transparent than have people go, well, where does the money go? Because I ain't doing that.
Right. Okay. So a couple of things. Let me just remind people of some history here. Now, obviously, this footnail is very interesting because, like, the first time I met Deuce Foreskin, or Bruce, whatever you want to call him, right, Space Cadet Part 6, he was quite outspoken and quite mouthy. But when he got confronted about a simple question, I asked a simple question, like anyone would. You would ask and he beat around the bush and he lied. And then he got caught out because he made mistakes. Because I got under his skin. I was tap dancing free around in his brain. Now, if you look at that footnote, taken into the next level, they tried to add the undersigned as a defendant, present a case. And when that was denied, they named the undersigned as a defendant. Right, all that. He is doing exactly the same thing he has done from day one to people on YouTube, to people on Facebook, when he's been on other people's platforms. Like, yes, there's people I fell out with, but when you turn around to a host that you've been invited on and tell them to shh, or you tell them, I'm speaking, be quiet. Okay, on various different platforms. This is the problem when people don't pay attention. They just listen and they just hear what they want to hear. But if you pay attention, you step out of that box and you look how people behave. This is what he is. He is basically doing exactly a 180. He is trying to do the same that he's been doing on Facebook in this. And if the judge allows that pleb of a human being to get away with what he'd done for not turning up and everything else he's done, right, then Judge Triffid needs to replant himself, feed him with like energetic energy, like a Dr. Pepper or multiple Dr. Peppers, and then he needs to come out and
so in the also in the effort of the transparency stuff, this is my pacer bill for the first quarter of 2025. So y'all know, you know, yeah, that is how much I spent on documents in 3 months. Oi. So
it's done. But I'm sorry, but I got to say this, and I apologize for all the Americanese and the Canadian and all that. But I tell you one thing: if you want to make Europeans and people who are not Americanese to understand that this is a type of explanation for why you didn't turn up to a sanction hearing by a judge, then you've definitely got something seriously wrong over there. Because if I was a judge and I received this crap, I'd be going, right, private VC gone, sanctions 20,000, bench warrant, go to jail, do not pass go, do not collect 200. All I've seen is excuse after excuse after excuse. God, I can't believe I'm 2 away from the freaking YouTube thing.
Robert, I also am following a couple things out of DC. I have 6 federal cases right now, and because DC is not a state, anything that is filed against the federal government from DC or anything in DC is automatically federal. DC is not a state. So, yeah, that's where a lot of it came from. And Rebrand, thank you for the gifted 10 Squid Pro Quo memberships. I appreciate you so much.
Debbie Minton, 45. I was 2 away. Can you believe it?
45 in just the document, not even the exhibits. That was just 14 pages.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not happy. I'm going to make a complaint.
Exhibit 1. Here we go. Oh, thumbnails. More thumbnails.
Oh, wait a minute. That's all YouTube, isn't it?
Yeah, it's all YouTube thumbnails of Jeremy.
Okay. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4 rows. How many in each row?
1, 2, 3, 4. So 16 per page.
Say again?
16 per page.
Oh yeah, we're definitely gone over 45, 47.
So 1, 2 pages of 32 thumbnails.
So 32. Right, wait a minute, that's 45. 32, yep.
And Tammy, thank you for the $10 super chat to help with the pacer bill. Thanks for sharing with us. I appreciate it. Yes, Washington D.C. is a territory. It's not a it's not a state. Therefore, there is no state court. Therefore, anything filed in the District Court of D.C. is federal.
Just for the record, can I just say something? If you guys are helping out with the pacer, I appreciate that. But can you also help us out with the costs of the therapist that we're going to be seeing after this live stream?
I
want to go home.
And here's the thing too. Why should reporters, no matter from what platform they're based, trepidation court cases get paid for their work? Bruce's claims that are something that should highly offend all YouTube creators. Sorry, but we don't have enough money to handle that cost. Luckily, I can use the VA, so although it's free, it's not very Lady T, this is Bruce's new filing.
And Debbie, you're not a problem. And to Rickle64, this thing has me bloody knackered, mate. I'm
like this is just I'm flabbergasted. Like I'm the like and y'all, if you haven't subscribed to Spawn Trooper yet, he's highly entertaining. He's highly entertaining.
Don't do it. Run, hide. I just sit on my platform, cry like a schoolgirl, and swear only 4 words,
and drink a whole lot of Dr. Pepper. But
hey.
we talked about this on his channel a couple weeks ago. The Dr. Pepper here and the Dr. Pepper over there are not the same. They're smaller. They have real sugar in them and not the crap, and they have less ingredients. So his Dr. Pepper is still not good for you, but it's not nearly as bad.
Hey, listen, there's a lady who's 101 years old who's been drinking Dr. Pepper ever since it was created, and she's still alive. So I'll be seeing you guys in about 30 years' time.
I had a patient one time who was like 97, and up until she had the stroke, she was perfectly independent, lived by herself and everything. And I said, "What's the secret to a long life?" And she said, "Lots of alcohol and sex." I'm like, okay then. Okay. I was like, "And how do you look so good?" She goes, "Oil of Olay." There we go. The secret to a long life and looking good while you do it. Oil of Olay, alcohol, and smexy time.
Okay, just for content reasons, the left-hand picture was Lynette Preston with HG in the stroller, walking down one of the most dangerous highways in that area, which was Highway 19. And she was basically walking in a direction with traffic and not against traffic, with the baby in the stroller, and she was actually on her phone, so paying no attention to what was going on around her. Hey!
Oh, you want this? Okay, there you
Hey,
go.
baby squid, I see you.
You're about to get a text. Is it his night off?
Yeah, and the right-hand side one is basically, yeah, that's when they put the fence up.
Told by the court, that if he didn't film it, it didn't happen. So, like, you can't have it both ways. Where if you film it, you're stalking, but if you don't film it, it didn't happen. So, like, you can't have things both ways. So,
and the fact is, sorry, go ahead.
So Kasha, she's disabled, but she can walk down 19. Wow.
Oh, she can do more than that.
And
she can run and jump like
thank you for the £5. Spawn Trooper. This for your Dankeschön for life.
Let me read it out. Dankeschön fürs Lesen. Very entertaining. Greetings from Kraut in East Lancs.
I know.
Hasel Monty, ich möchte nur sagen, Dankeschön für die 5 Pfund. Und ich hoffe, dass du einen schönen Abend hast. Und danke, dass du bei uns hier mitgelesen hast.
He didn't answer? No, he didn't answer.
Oh, God. Lisa's just got timed out. And she got timed out by Streamlabs. What did he say?
I don't know.
Oh, she only said Hales, Wales, and then put the...
Oh. I'm going to have to fix... Angel. Girl, you're crazy. Like, so wow, just wow. Like, so I knew German. I did. That's the kicker. It's a certain kind of speech, but I have to adjust. I have brain damage. Don't
explain yourself. I mean, I learned German when I was stationed in Germany. Here's the thing. What you have to understand is...
I took 4 years or 3 years of German in high school, and my aunt helped me. It's the only reason I passed. Page 1 of the motion or page 1 of the exhibits?
I think it was page 1, wasn't it?
Are you behaving yourself?
There you go. She wanted me to turn down the volume.
Hi, Mama Squid.
Page 1 of the exhibits. Sorry. Oh, now everybody's getting like Sean.
Everyone's starting to speak. That is not good.
My extent of being stationed in Germany.
No, do you know what my first German was? Ja, nein, and Scheiße, right? And the best thing is, if you say hospital in English is hospital, in German it's Krankenhaus.
Yeah. It's but also if you're fence, okay, correct me if I'm wrong on this, because you know a lot more about this than I do, because you pay attention to it and I do not. A privacy fence is 6 feet and above. Yeah, that's all great, but if the road is higher than your property, 6 feet doesn't do anything. And is that the case where their property is below the level of the road? So therefore,
Yes,
all you have to do is drive by and you can see over it?
Yeah. Basically, if
I mean, like doing the math.
Yeah, if you actually look at the road and look at the property, there's enough footage where you can actually see the property from the side. And if you look, the road is approximately just over a foot higher than the bottom of the fence. So therefore, what you're doing, you're literally losing over a foot of the top of the fence. Now that they've put those metal panels on, they are above. I don't know what the building regulations are in Florida or in Otter Creek, but the problem is twofold. One, they've added those metal panels onto the fence, and they've only used one bag of cement with those posts. So if you have a strong wind, there is a possibility that some of those panels, metal panels, are going to turn into guillotines.
That's me. For my Navy, I can order beer in 6 languages, or I used to be able to. Not anymore. Sorry.
Ja, schon guten Abend. Darf ich Ihnen helfen? Was möchten Sie gerne zu trinken haben? Yeah, okay, let's carry on.
All right. And I apologize to the person who asked if I can show page 1. Were you talking about page 1 of the actual document, or did I just miss? And did you respond to me and I just didn't miss it? Yeah, if you don't use it, you lose it. That's pretty. This is the most German I've ever read and spoke in, like, I was trying to learn Russian, and that went worse than the German.
Нет, давай.
Y'all, no infighting, but it could be different based on states and regulations on what is legally a privacy fence versus what a contract company. So we're just not going to argue about it. We'll agree to disagree that we live in 2 different places, and it might not be the same definition everywhere. There might be technicalities to it that are different, because remember, every state in this country is like a different country. So yeah, like,
no fighting, guys.
No infighting.
No.
Hey, Madam Mimosa. Oh, I love that name. Jeremy's live looks have been removed. Somebody also said it was a video. So we'll continue to go through all of these pictures, because somebody told me that I'm in the exhibits, and I would really like to see myself be famous again. I didn't put that on my 2025 bingo card, you know.
I mean, here's the thing. No disrespect, okay, but Deuce Boy, you're richly showing factual truth. You know, you look at the state of the place. I mean, in the picture to the left, you can see him flipping off. Oh, what's the matter? Are you tired? Tired?
She's mad because I hung up on my mother, and she got mad at me. Not my mom, the little. So it's a thing. Like, you know, I just we still have over 600 people watching, and only 320 or 399 likes. Oh, we also have 8 dislikes. I wonder who those could be.
Yeah, Liz Wales from you. I would love to tell you where I'm from, but I'm not going to do that. But I can tell you one thing now. It takes me a while to drive down south.
Yeah. Okay. Was Jeremy's live members only? And maybe he just forgot to put it on members only, because sometimes that happens. And then all of a sudden you're like, oh, crap.
Wasn't there a rumor that someone actually, when I don't know if it was around the same time as when all this was going on, that someone actually recorded his members only stream and then gave it to the fleas or something? I don't know. I'm just going by hearsay on that one.
I don't know. I'm not a member, and I try not to pay attention to he said, she said, or this or that. But I heard that, but I don't know who or what happened to it, or if anything happened about it.
I mean, basically, what he's doing here, he's putting the whole case that he's put together. He's putting the whole case into his response to what the judge. This has got nothing to do with him. Why didn't you turn up on the 3rd? Here's some pictures of some videos that took place last year.
Jeremy's on now. Old video that's been deleted, I think. Okay. Well, we will scan through these real quick because I don't like this. Like, it's all stuff we've seen before. Like, it's all stuff that's been in other where that's been brought up. And, like, it's just him trying to Jeremy Hales caught falsifying. Falsifying. Yeah, if you're gonna Jeremy Hales laughing with officers. He just lied to him about knowledge of a false contempt charge, weaponizing an order. Like, there's the infamous video.
You see that camera there?
Yeah.
Right. Like that camera.
Oh yeah.
Right, right. Just a perfect example. That camera is way too high, and it's showing too much of the road. It should be further down to the top of that picture. Should be around the same height as the fence, right? And it should be further in.
So their fence. So okay, now this is the first time I'm ever seeing the property. It's like in a relation to the road. So I've heard that the property itself was lower than the road. So therefore, a 6-foot fence doesn't mean crap when you're on the road, probably 3 feet up with a truck.
Yep.
Jeremy's door is level with that truck.
Yep.
Or level with the fence. Like Jeremy's head is literally above the fence. So he's not. I could see having a plausible case for him trying to look over the fence if his arm is like this with the phone, but he's literally like this. It doesn't. No, it doesn't. It doesn't.
And here's the thing, Squid. Jeremy has never changed that position. He's always doing pass with his arm like that. And the reason being is because it's accountability and transparency. Because he got threatened with a pew-pew, remember? Yeah,
and well, didn't he say that didn't the judge say that if it did, not the federal judge, but the Thomasis, or if you don't record it, it didn't happen. So then he records it, and all of a sudden it's like he's stalking. It's like, no, you can't have it both ways. That's not
the perfect proof is when he was in Ohio. For which everyone thought he was in Ohio, but when he was on live one night, you knew for a fact and the fact is he'd been in Otter Creek for over a week, and there was not one phone call to the sheriff's department. There was not one,
and he flies, right? I'm assuming, and he flies back and forth. He has said that, right?
Yes,
he flies between Ohio and Florida. So there's receipts. It's easily. He has to show his federal or his ID, and when he flies to,
I mean, people have gone to me said that I'm a Jeremy supporter and everything else. No, it's about facts and truth. And if you look at that picture there, you look at where the wheel is of the vehicle, right? You can see that a wheel is approximately about 1.5 feet in height. Yeah. Now, if that vehicle there is lifted, but look at the dip. You can see the dip from the tarmac going down to the bottom of the fence.
Yeah,
it's
that's where it's like now it becomes a 3-foot fence.
Yeah, I mean, like technically, they got 6-foot fence panels there. They've now added those extra metal panels, which are probably a foot and so on, but that's still not. Private, what you call it is expectancy of privacy. It's like, if you're doing the front, why haven't you done all the way around the property? And why have you got cameras high up looking at the road instead of your property. Cameras are for your property.
Yeah, your guess is better than mine.
Well, all you have to do is look at those 3 pictures, right? Look at the 2 small ones. You know,
Yeah.
they're too high and they're facing outwards. They should be facing inwards and downwards. It's the cameras are there to protect your property, and if you happen to catch the road, fine. But the cameras are pointed deliberately at the road.
It's just one of those things that makes like no sense to me. But yeah, so it becomes a 3-foot fence, which you know, it's just bizarre on many levels that you put a 6-foot fence 3 feet below the 3 feet below the level of the road and call it a privacy fence.
Yeah. I mean, look at these pictures. You can, I mean, what so this is a public road, right? And this is what I'm the bottom pictures are the perfect example to show you how not to place your camera, because it's facing the road. It should be facing your property.
Yeah, ours is facing our property. Like,
look at that vehicle.
Yeah, wondered what they'd say about a Tesla going down the road with cameras recording every angle 100% of the time. Yeah, that's what. Oh, so what's interesting about all these people attacking Tesla dealerships is Tesla records everything all the time. So these people who are basically telling on themselves, like, and like more stuff that what the Hales people have seen. Oh, he has a big nose. Oh.
I mean, like.
Oh, I just noticed that the book that he's holding, or it says lice free spray or whatever he's holding. I just realized that Gainesville. I mean, like, oh, poor thing.
I mean, he does. I mean, obviously, he goes on about YouTube, and he's been doing this from day one. But what gets me, right? He's got his own YouTube account, and I did a little bit of research, right? Oh, what's that one?
This is an email. It's from Tamara. Tomato. You know. And I'm very sorry with this resignation. I will be not being able to teach tomorrow any further. Sincerely apologize for the inconvenience. Not open to discussion over this, and ask that you respect my wishes. I have personal reasons which are not anything I wish to discuss or disclose. I appreciate all of the experience I've had. And then, thanks for letting me know.
I've seen that before.
That's the school she taught at. Don't ask me how I know that.
No, wait. No, wait.
When you threaten my family,
Go back up. I swear to God, I've seen that somewhere before.
This is not new. I don't think this is new.
I have definitely seen that. No, that actual top one there, right? Because don't forget, she used to work at a maths school, mathematics school.
Yeah.
And
which is interesting because, never mind.
Yeah.
Exhibit 5.
My alarm bell just went off on that one.
Pissing off a federal magistrate. Sorry, I didn't see this. A federal magistrate for dummies. That's awesome. That's hilarious.
Oh my God.
Like this is just funny. Yeah, you can film anything you see from a public place.
Yep.
Is Deuce on his way to Gainesville or Pensacola? I'm sorry. I like if Jeremy's videos don't pop up on my like recommended page. And I sent Spawn Trooper earlier today a picture of my TV because it told me the top 5 channels I watch. The only one even related to what the Hales is his. My other 5 channels are Charlotte Dobre, Wildin' Out, an interior designer, Nick Nick something.
Yes, Jeffrey.
And then he was third, Nick was fourth, and Pete Kelly for fashion was talking about the last one. None of my top 5, except for Spawn Trooper or What the Hales. And it's like each one has like 15 million, 2 million, 710,000, 122,000, and 639.
Yeah. Right. Here's something about those emails that's the reason my red flags are coming up. Because like that resignation, right, is fucking blasé, because the response to that resignation was like, yeah, thanks very much, take care. Hello. And to Jeffrey Montgomery, yes, exhibits 3 and 5 are basically all the video thumbnails. Yes.
Yeah, that's interesting. Keep scrolling. You're getting your own exhibit. Oh my god!
Oh, come on!
They're just a joke. These are hilarious. I have not seen these. I've seen this one. I didn't see this pulled a no-show, but I saw this with other people's faces plastered on it.
Do you know he's actually damaging himself more by showing all this, because the judge now can turn around and go, do you know what? I'm going to actually fucking look at this.
Yeah, I'm getting my own. Oh,
Rattus is famous.
She bug naked. Thanks for the $2 super chat. She resigned before Bubbles filed the motion. That's what it sounds like. April 3rd. The motion was, or at the same time, like,
So wait a minute, hang on a minute, time out a second. If she's doing 2 jobs to finance his little freaking doing yoga witchcraft, all right, who's going to pay the bills now?
I think I'm thinking somebody was, like, pure speculation on my part, but somebody was.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
I'm not going to say it, but.
Yeah. I know.
Oh, yeah. So again, I was sent this. Somebody sent me a screenshot of this. So I've seen this. This is.
I'm getting massaged.
This is. Okay, I got it open for you. What are you going to do with it? So again, I have to say thank you to Ray Bone Crusher. I watched part of his Saturday show, like maybe 5 minutes of it. I still don't know what that dude looks like, or he showed the website Avo, where BBB is getting vetting a new attorney, Patsy, for this chase. So it turns out BBB also has a profile on there. He's highly ranked because the site almost never accepts poor reviews. So after writing a review, it gets sent off for review. But first, before it's being accepted or denied, I woke up this morning to have an email that my review had been accepted. Oh my god. So whilst all BBB cronies have posted raving reviews for this slime nugget. Sorry. Slime nugget. Sorry.
You said it with
full. What did Jerry Hales hire Rattus? I don't know, but he should. Yeah. You got it. AT1 got it. Pulling chalks.
Alert 5. Dive.
AT1 figured,
I mean, like when Rattus made that review, legally and technically, it's freedom of speech, and a review is a review. If it's a bad, negative, immediate, or good, it doesn't matter. A review's a review, and what he put in there is factually correct, and it's true.
And then continuing on, I go bask. Yeah, notice the exhibit calls him. Yeah, that is true. Thanks for poking that out. Thanks for pointing that out. It's like poking out like a nose. Sorry, I'm losing it. Oh my goodness. I go to bask in all my glory to find BBB has already responded to my review calling me a stalker, so he can respond to a bad review almost instantly, but he can't respond to a federal judge in a timely manner. Sorry, Rattus, you cracked me up. Yeah.
Oh, God.
But as for me being this stalker, I still have unread messages from BBB in my Messenger spam folder, plus the countless emails which have already been shown on Megan and Tug's streams.
Do you know what? If this turns out to be, what's it called? There used to be a program. hidden camera thing. Jeremy Beetle used to do it over here in the UK. I swear to God, if this is a hoax, if this is a large prank that's been going on for over a year, I swear to God, I will get on a plane. Yeah, that's from Rattus. That's all his.
Yeah, I'm sure mine's coming up.
I'll be very disappointed if some of my videos don't turn up.
You're not important anymore.
Oh, see, ladies and gentlemen, see how I get picked on by all these people?
Oh, look at that.
What?
I got my own. Oh, but see, look at that. Weekend update. Look at that. There's some, but take care of Maya. Oh, how to file a bar complaint, ethical members only live stream. But look at Blake and Justin, squid with buttons, Texas track meet. See, I cover other things besides what the Hales.
So technically now.
Oh, speaking of my brackets, look who I chose as the national champion. Florida. So whatever all my other brackets messed up, I got that right. So this is staying up here to show that even though I finished like 254,000th in the CBS bracket stuff, I got the national champion right. But like bracket blow up, Streamlabs trial, weekly recap, Justin Baldoni, Blake Lively, like.
Oh, I know why he's brought you into this.
Sunday night unhinged. Like, look at this.
You know why he's.
Really? Yeah.
Do you know why he's involved you in this?
Why?
Because you didn't bow to his.
Because I got mad because I didn't. Yeah, because I didn't respond and I gave my emails to Tug.
Yep.
Like Kentucky judge murdered. Like, look at this. Like, how many videos on the Hales? But like, how many other videos do I have?
The judge is going to look at this and go, "Do you know what?"
But thanks for letting me know I need to put a thumbnail on that video.
Yeah, put a thumbnail on the video.
Like Jaden Rashada sues over NIL money. It's like take the chat to work. Pike County massacre. Americans' health, our food supply. See, I did it back in 2 months ago. American health versus our food supply. See, I told you I did videos on that.
Yeah, no, that's why we came up with the part about talking about it on my stream.
Yeah, I got my own. Ooh, I got my own.
Beautiful, my pretty.
I got my own 2 pages of an exhibit. I'm Exhibit 8.
So is that what we call you from now on? Exhibit 8.
I'm Exhibit 8.
Exhibit 8. Report to control. That's what I'm going to call you from now on. I'm going to go 8, XE8.
I'm Exhibit 8. That's funny.
No, we need to find an abbreviate. There you go. EHB 8. Report to control room. Or X8. Report to fucking hell. Bruce, you're an absolute fucking pleb, mate.
I'm just like, oh, yeah.
You've been framed, Dolch.
I'm Exhibit 8. Because he sent his emails to the court. I sent the email about the not the cancellation, but the settlement offer. I sent that to the judge, and I said, I think my simple says I'm a YouTuber. I think you should be made aware of this. This was sent to me. I didn't say anything more. Didn't say anything less. Didn't expect a response. I just said, I think you should be aware of this, and forwarded the email. That's all I did.
Hang on a minute. If he's put your stuff in here, that you I mean, technically you've never had anything to do with this. You're just covering the legal side, the document side of it.
Yeah, Squid making videos stopped him from going to court.
I was about to say that, Killy. Stop ruining my stuff. Right. The fact that he's used you in his excuse for not going to court, does that mean that you can now legally take action against him for defamation of character and possible slander?
No, because he didn't actually say anything.
God damn it.
And it's a wasted time.
I know.
He's not worth it.
I know.
Like part of me, the reason why people don't bug me is because I don't have the energy to care. Like, in order to be angry, I have to have the energy to care. I don't. Like,
I just sent you a message, by the way.
Yay.
I just find it really strange that, like, instead of actually explaining why he didn't turn up and blah 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 blah, he's doing all this. I mean, oh, wait a minute. Oh, and something else.
Oh yeah, and this is when I 3 months ago when I actually streamed myself doing a workout, which I might do again. But hey, Yamaha, I have my own exhibit.
At least now you know who he's subscribed to.
Call me Exhibit 8.
Yeah, if you look at the left-hand side, you can see who he's subscribed to.
Yeah, he I gotta screenshot that because.
And if you click on the, like, you can turn that. You can turn that around. If you right-click it, you can turn the page around.
Yeah, rotate clockwise. There we go.
There you go.
Oh, look at
that.
Subscribe. He subscribes to the Young Turks. That's all I need to know about his character.
Yeah. Oh, Beast Boy, you're such an idiot. And you wonder why.
I'm sorry.
Oh Christ, that's funny.
I hold no ill will towards anybody in the chat who might subscribe to them, but I don't.
And just for the record, you do know that Bruce has got 2 YouTube accounts. You know that, don't you?
I'm pretty sure he has a lot more than 2.
Oh, look, he's even done it worse there. Look, he's oh, Bruce, look at all the information you're giving away.
I know, right?
Oh boy, you're an absolute clown.
Megan and Tug.
Oh, yeah, he definitely loves Megan.
Shizzy. Shizzy's exhibit. Wait, Megan and Tug? Oh, we're all exhibit 8. Okay. Megan, Tug, Shizzy, and I are all exhibit 8.
All 4 of you, exhibit 8. So you're all, that's brilliant. So we call every single one of you now X8.
Sorry, this thumbnail. Shizzy's thumbnails make me like.
Welcome back, Yamaha Biker. Yes, she is.
Exhibit 9 is Randy Shuckett. And exhibit 10 is, hold on.
Oh my God. Yeah, you'd have to.
Anonymous participant. How do you like this? Oh. Uh-oh. This is maliciously doxing defendants. But who?
How the hell? Wait, what?
It's anonymous participant, February 25th. Putting that like I'm not even in that group, so I don't know. But yeah, you even pulled up my workout streams. If would have been the smart thing to do. But Mom, do you know what would have been the smart thing to do? Is I have a What the Hales playlist. If he wanted to be smart about it, he could have pulled up the What the Hales playlist and got only the What the Hales videos, so it looks worse than it is. So yeah, he subbed to Just Jay. Yeah, I'm gonna send that to him. I'm gonna send that to him because that is hilarious to me. And then this is just a bunch of people commenting.
I mean, the thing is, like, if
y'all,
I mean, like, I've come to the conclusion that if the judge has a sense of humor that I think he has,
the 8 exhibitionists.
I think he's going to look at it.
I have to screenshot that because I have to send that to people because that is an awesome name. That's an awesome. The 8 exhibitionists.
Oh God.
I can't. Like y'all crack me up. Like I can't. Like I can't even.
I mean, there's a couple of names missing actually in all this exhibit thing. I find it quite interesting that he's only selected certain individuals.
So this is the person you told that they need to get circumcised in a live stream. I think the last live stream that he was in before I blocked him. He put up, this is supposed to be his show cause for why he shouldn't get sanctions or have his pro hoc vice, and it became him trying the case. And guess who is the first up in Exhibit 8?
Dum, dum, dum. Yeah, it's
The Fed 10 versus the Exhibitionist 8.
oh shit. Oh, this is brilliant. oh, what's that? Oh,
Yeah, but like, look at this. Like, hey, this. Yeah, squid with buttons. Panic. I don't have all the buttons.
Oh god.
I'm working on it. I need my denied sit down, and I also need the little laughing. And I'm working. I'm yeah.
Have you drank anything?
like,
have you drank any fluids? Go get a drink, please, because you sound a bit husky. Get some hydration. Come on, hydrate yourself really quickly.
But like, look at the evolution of my like Sunbelt Billy fired. Like, hey, like I have other stuff. Could have gone to playlists. Like I even did Pike County Massacre, which I can't keep up. I couldn't keep up with because that shit was ridiculous. But
at least you're going to be famous. You probably might gain a couple of subscribers from the court employees, like, you know.
I let's see. What am I up to? We are up to 3694. We need 6 more to get to 3700. 6 more.
Well,
but
and by the way, good evening, Papa Squid, sir. How are you hanging? How's it hanging? So there you go.
Please don't ask that. All right, guys, I do have to get going. It's almost 6 o'clock. This is the longest like I've ever. Like,
2.5 hours. Well done.
Well, that was before we did a stream before this, and we redirected to this.
I forgot all about that
we
one.
We talked about flight 5342.
That's right. Yeah,
342. Oh, girl, you got dinner.
I totally forgot about that. So basically, we've been sitting here for 2.6 days.
Yeah. Wait. There was AT1. Where'd you go? There we go.
Wait,
if BBB wrote a math, it would say does not work in on full force mode. Yeah. Or so a math is a maintenance action form, and it's what pilots write when they get back. And if they get back, and it does not work in OFF position, off. I've had somebody actually write that. Doesn't work when it's off. Yeah.
Well, here's 2 things I want to call Deuce Boy. One, he's a chud, also known as a chemical humanoid underground dweller. And that guy makes as much sense as a fart in a spacesuit. So please don't become an astronaut.
She is climbing up, and then she's getting down right away. Like she's just having too much fun. All right, I do have us set up to redirect to the expert. He is doing his 7,000 subscriber appreciation stream. So everybody go over there and show him some love.
Hi, baby squid.
Say bye. Say bye.
Hi, you being a good girl? Are you being a good girl?
Always. Yep. Yep. So call us the 8 exhibitionists, because even though it's only 4 streamers, Yamaha's in there too. There's some Facebook people in there too. Y'all have y'all have a great day. Tell the expert I said hi, and that I'm upset with him for never inviting me on FNL. So y'all have a great night. And I'm completely kidding, by the way. All right. Bye, guys.
Yamaha bike. Take
Thanks
care.
for hanging out with me, Spawn. I really appreciate you.
No, it was an absolute pleasure. Do you know what? It's nice to actually experience a different side of the platform. It's nice to actually, sit here, have a really good insight and a decent conversation. So thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
No problem. And we do need to schedule a time where you can hang out with me again and we can go over the other part of that NTSB report that we did not get through.
Yeah, and you need to stop threatening me publicly like that, But no, yeah, I definitely, we definitely need to go on that because I've got so many questions right now.
I did too.
On that, the flight path and the original. Yeah, I've definitely got some really, really serious questions to ask.
Yeah.
All right. It would be. Yeah. Okay. I'll shut up.
I got to go. Bye, guys. Have a great night.
Take care, everybody. Thanks for coming. Bye. Remember, hit that like button.
Please, and subscribe. We're almost to 40 or 3,700 people. Oh my goodness, I can't even imagine.
Yeah, keep subscribing, guys.
Subscribers, and I love you guys. Bye.
Take care.